So with Fernando Tatis Jr. returning on April 20th to the San Diego Padres, it begs the question, where will he play in 2023? We've seen him at shortstop in the past. He's had some success. He's had a lot of failures when he led the league in errors in 2021. But where will he play? Will he play in right field, left field, center field if Grisham gets traded? Where in the infield? Shortstop, second base, first base if Kim gets traded? I don't know. Let's talk about it. When you think about Tatis, obviously fielding is not one of his strong suits. He had 21 errors at shortstop in 2021, and he was kind of known as the bad fielder. It was like an error every time. Everybody's saying, Tatis. But here's the thing. I think he's going to be a very good impact player in the outfield. Obviously, he was moved to the outfield after he came back from that injury in 2021, and he really wasn't good defensively. He wasn't really great defensively at all that year. But what if I were to tell you that Tatis is an underrated fielder? So in 2021, Bryce Harper won the NL MVP, and one of the biggest arguments against Fernando was his defense. But Tatis actually had a better defensive WAR than Harper. Tatis had negative 0.2 defensive WAR, and Harper had negative 0.9. So that argument could just be thrown out the window. Tatis is not the best defender, let's be honest. I think one of his biggest problems is his own self. To explain, he's in his head. He was making those ridiculous plays, those acrobatic plays in all of 2021. I remember he caught that insane line drive off Ryan Zimmerman. I was at the game. He was making the highlight superstar real plays. But when it came to the routine ground balls, he was throwing it over people's heads. He was spiking in the dirt. He had the yips. He was completely in his head, and that's what got to him. And here's the thing. In the outfield and farther throws, it's hard to get the yips because you don't have time to think. You're just throwing it farther. And he's got the strongest arm in the team. That's why I think that he would be best to be plugged in right field. But let's talk about if Trent Grisham were to get traded. I think Tatis would be the best fit for center field because you can't have Juan in center. He's just not fast enough. Grisham at the moment is slower than Tatis, but he's so good defensively that he can take better routes and get to the ball quicker. I don't see him moving out of center field for Tatis. But here's the thing. Grisham gets traded. I think Tatis will definitely fit in nicely at center field. Yeah, he won't be the best defensively, but if his speed can compensate for his poor routes or whatever, I think it'll be okay. That strong arm is going to play big anywhere in the outfield. That's why I don't really think we should stick him in left field because, Soto's got a spaghetti arm and he's not very fast. And Soto's honestly a better fielder in right field, but I don't think it's worth it to stick Tatis in left field because that would be losing all the benefits of his speed. Now let's talk about the infield. So here's the thing. He's been a shortstop his entire career. He wanted to play shortstop last year. And when he moved to the outfield in 2021 after the injury, it was kind of like a pride thing that he was pissed off because he wasn't playing shortstop. But here's the thing. Xander Bogaerts is not really a great defender, and I think we should be sticking him in his primary position. And I don't think anybody's really thinking that Tatis is really going to be playing much shortstop this year. I really don't. And I think Xander fits in way better. But now let's talk about second base. If we were to trade Ha-Seong Kim, I think Tatis might play second base because I don't think he would be playing first base because that would not be utilizing any of his speed. But second base, it's not really for the fastest players. It's for the players with the weaker arm who just can get to balls. And obviously he can get the balls, but it's just the stuff that's easy. He gets in his head, he has the yips, and he has a strong arm. I don't think he'll be very good at second base. If Kim were to get traded, I see Cronenworth moving to second base and Tatis potentially moving to first base. And hear me out. I do not think this is very ideal at all. I don't think it's utilizing any of his speed, and I don't think it's utilizing any of his athleticism. But you cannot have Matt Carpenter and or Nelson Cruz as a full-time first baseman. They're just too old and too unreliable. Obviously, Matt Carpenter had the big year in 2022 in that very small sample size. Nelson Cruz really declined even though he's getting older. And he's been known to age like fine wine, but he did have that eye surgery, and so hopefully he's going to be really good again. But I just don't think that you can have Nelson Cruz or Carpenter as a full-time first baseman. I think Tatis would honestly fit better there. But like I said earlier, the most ideal place for Tatis to play is in right field. He has the strongest arm in the team. Yes, he's faster than Grisham, but he's just not as good as a defender. And Grisham is a gold glover. He better be playing center field unless he gets traded. But I just see Tatis best fitting in right field. Obviously, like I said, in left field, that would not be utilizing his speed and it would not be utilizing his arm. Yes, Soto's a better defender in right field, but Soto sucks at defense and all. He's really just there just to hit baseballs and hit bombs. That's what Soto is. But I think Tatis, if he were to move to the infield, surprisingly, I think it might be first base. But that's contingent if we trade Ha-Seong Kim. I really don't see Tatis playing much infield this year. It all depends on how it goes with the trades or the signings and just what happens. You never really know. He's just not the best fielder, but he's got a lot of athleticism. He's an underrated fielder in my opinion. It's just he gets in his head, and it's obviously in 2021 he had the yips at shortstop. Because when he had those incredible plays where he didn't have time to think, I remember he had made an incredible play against the Mets. I think it was James McCann or something like that. We went like way back at shortstop and threw it from the outfield, and it was only like a matter of seconds. He had no time to think, and then look what happened. He was great. The thing is, in the outfield, that's a lot easier to do. You have less time to think. You just got to react. You got to get the ball in, and he's got the strong arm. I think he would fit perfectly in right field, and with more outfield practice, I think he's going to going to be a lot better. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that he's going to fit in the infield or outfield? Do you guys like him in right, center, or left? Shortstop, probably not. Second base or first base? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're yet to do so. Give the video a like and turn on that post notification bell. If you guys like Padres baseball and baseball in general, this is the place to be. But for now, that's it for me. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yo, now trick what Mace who? They ain't what Mace do. Got a lot of girls that'll love to replace you. Tell it to your face.